yetu ya KTN, gavana wa kaunti ya Mombasa Ali Hassan Joho amehojiwa na kamati ya bunge la seneti kuhusu gatuzi ili aweze kufafanua mengi kuhusu mvutano kati yake na wakilishi wa bunge la kaunti ya Mombasa. Masaibu ya Joho na wakilishi wadi hao yalianza wakati alipotishia kushinikiza kutimuliwa kwa baadhi yao kufuatia juhudi zao za kuhoji uongozi wake.
I believe in oversight generally. But unfortunately, and this I make reference to my brother Faki, is that I don't know where you picked that information that brought before the House, which is untrue, because we in the executive have not seen summons. If there are any, please bring them forward to the executive. I know there was a time when I was informed that the executives had some queries, and I said I'm willing and I want to meet the assembly personally, even to discuss with them what the issues may be. But from the debate of the assessment, and unfortunately I saw so many people saying so many things with no basis. Some people calling me names. I remember my brother Mutula Jr. said, Governor must be reminded he may be the Sultan of Mombasa, but not the Sultan of Assembly. If you see him, tell him he may be true. But remind him that I may be Sultan of Mombasa, but I'm also the Sultan of devolution. I want to see devolution works. Devolution has to work, because there's a reason as to why we all fought for devolution. Today we have the issue in Turkana, for example. The person in the forefront in the entire conversation is the governor of Turkana. Why do we have that? Because we have fought for this dispensational order so that we can change how we govern Kenya, and you know, bring real development at Machinani level, and also address real issues. So, Mr. Chairman, I can tell you we are not in any way in a position to respond to hearsay, and ordinarily the Assembly should have brought forward evidence to you that would have responded to. But under these circumstances, I find it very hard that will respond to basically nothing. I would urge that we don't waste this important time of this honorable House. There are important national conversations right now that I'm sure all of you are concerned about. Matters of starvation, matters of corruption. I'm sure everybody is wondering, what do we do about this conversation around the dams, for example? And therefore wouldn't want to waste your time, Mr. Chairman, rather than asking, give us the evidence where we have said we'll dissolve. I'm not a fool. I know I don't have power to dissolve the county assembly, but I know if a county executive and assembly can't work together, then if the Mwananchi decides to take their own route, whatever they want to do, it's up to them. But someone has to give me tangible evidence that the executive have said they will dissolve the county and how we will do it. And also give me evidence that, that the executive have been summoned and they did not respond. But Mr. Chairman, one last point, and I particularly want to make, maybe talk to my senator, and I'm sure this is where he picked his concern, because I issued a statement to say I will protect the executives. And I can tell you here today as a committee, I have no apology to make. If the executives are not allowed to execute their mandate in line with the law, then I have a responsibility as the head of executive to come out clear to defend them. Even in this conversation on impeachment of one of my executive, I made my position known, because there's absolutely no way the assembly would want to impeach an executive because he declined to grant waiver for 200 vehicles not to pay for parking. I mean, is that a ground to want to impeach an executive?
Do you have that evidence?
Of course. The communication between...
Can you table it?
At given time we will.
Okay.
You tell me when it shall be brought. The executive will come, will give you the communication and what have you between them and the assembly. But you cannot want to... I don't think that's why we fought for devolution. I don't think so. So my position on standing for my executives, Mr. Chairman, stands. In the same breath and energy, if today there was evidence that there was corruption, there was serious gross misconduct, I would use the same energy to ensure I work with the Assembly to send my executive home, but not on flimsy and personal grounds. I think for now that is what we have to say, Mr. Chairman.
Because Senator Faki is here, would you want to respond to anything?
Yes. Chairman, the issues that the County Assembly had informed me about were that they had issued invitations to 3 County Executive Committee members. The one in charge of transport, the one in charge of youth and sports, and the one in charge of lands. However, those invitations were not honored. And because they were not honored, they were thinking of issuing now summons, actual summons, for them to appear before them so that they can address the issues that they are going to address. Then, after that, there was a lobby group which came in and said that they are going to fagia the assembly.